the secret they don't want you to know. Imagine if there was a secret that had been hidden from humanity for centuries, a secret that changed the entire course of history but was never mentioned in any official books or records. How could someone who possessed invincible power and unbeatable military systems be erased from the memory of history? Was it because governments and authorities were afraid of his overwhelming influence? Or was there a hidden conspiracy meticulously organized to hide the truth? In this video, we will uncover one of the greatest conspiracies that many parties tried to silence this secret, and we will learn the story of a legendary warrior who mysteriously disappeared, leaving behind endless mysteries and secrets enough to change our view of history forever. The Unwritten History. Welcome to Cryptoriacs, the channel that delves into history and uncovers the secrets that no one dared to talk about. Today we begin our journey with a story that will make you feel like you're living it. The story of a legendary warrior who was not just an ordinary soldier, but a symbol of heroism and strength, who was deliberately erased from the annals of history. In this journey, we will take you through several stages, from his humble beginnings to his legendary battles, from the elaborate conspiracies that led to his disappearance, to the theories that debate the truth of his existence and his legacy that continues to influence our present. Think, why is history told from one angle? Why do we hear about certain heroes while others are marginalized even though they hold great secrets? Today, we will reveal the full story of the warrior they tried to erase from our collective memory. Are you ready? Let's start our journey together. The mysterious roots of the legend deep in history. In a time when conflicts were raging, this warrior was born under unimaginable circumstances. Growing up in a small village amidst tribal conflicts, the child was learning the art of combat through daily challenges. He was learning how to survive dangers and how to use the environment as weapons. Legends say he had a supernatural sense, able to read the intentions of his opponents with a single glance. Oh, what makes an ordinary child become a legend? Can the harsh conditions of life create an invincible hero? In addition, some ancient texts indicate he received secret instructions from a wise man who appeared to him in a mysterious dream, teaching him the secrets of combat and spirit, which made him transcend the limits of normal human abilities. Stories have been recorded about his childhood, how he practiced on the vast plains in the light of the morning sun, and how the nature around him inspired him to reach his maximum military strength and intelligence. In that era, it wasn't just empires that were fighting, but an invisible force was directing events and determining the fate of peoples. He was not just a warrior, he carried in his heart a secret that could change the balance of power in the world. A secret that made every battle memorable and resulted in unexpected victories, prompting some wise men to try to hide this fact from the world. Legendary battles and super tactics. As time progressed, this warrior became a symbol of strength and determination. In every battle he participated in, he displayed a unique fighting style. Not only did he rely on physical strength, but he also displayed unparalleled strategic prowess. It is said that he led an army that was unmatched in victories, despite the numerical and resource superiority of his opponents, as he could turn any battlefield into a legendary theater of triumph. In one famous battle, he faced an army 10 times outnumbered, yet he was able to defeat them using a surprise attack at night, taking advantage of the darkness and wind to create chaos in the enemy's ranks. There are accounts that his strategies included using the terrain to his advantage, such as neutralizing enemy movements by establishing small strongholds in places that were difficult for the opponent to cross. What if this warrior had learned the secrets of combat from nature itself? Could a single tactic change the course of an entire war? As this warrior demonstrates his incredible abilities, stories about his use of unexpected tactics, such as night attacks and guerrilla warfare that leaves the enemy in a state of constant panic, make him an invincible icon in the eyes of everyone who knows his story. Some modern generals even study his methods, considering him a pioneer in the art of strategic warfare, proving that what was happening back then still has a profound impact today. The Great Conspiracy and the Mysterious Disappearance. For all his victories, the day came when everything changed. His enemies began to feel truly threatened. At the height of his power, the great powers realized that this warrior, who had become a threat to their interests, had to be eliminated. Secret reports indicate that some leaders and rulers agreed on an elaborate plot to erase him from all records. One mysterious night, documents mentioning his achievements disappeared one by one, as if someone was carefully erasing every trace of him. Rumors say that he was betrayed by his closest allies, that his loyal friend turned into an enemy and helped send him down a dark path where his name is no longer mentioned in history. Do you think history is only written by the victors? What if someone doesn't want us to know the whole truth? Could his disappearance be part of a larger plan for superpowers to control the fate of the world? In this context, mysterious conspiracies have emerged showing how documents were burned and historians who tried to uncover the truth were silenced. One theory is that there is a missing book that contains unwritten details about this warrior, but it disappeared before it reached the right hands. The mysterious disappearance of evidence. Every time we get close to the truth, it suddenly disappears. Important documents that could have revealed the truth were suddenly burned. Characters who could have spoken about the secret have disappeared from history without any explanation. Is it possible that this organization is still operating today? Why don't we find any reference to this group in traditional history books? Who benefits from hiding these facts? Are there historians who tried to uncover the secret but were silenced? The emergence of the mysterious organization. In the 15th century, when empires were fighting for control, there was a secret organization that manipulated governments, made decisions unbeknownst to the public, and pulled the strings of power behind the scenes. Men and women were deciding the fate of nations without being visible to the public. Secret documents indicate that some of the leaders we studied were nothing more than puppets in the hands of these people. How did this group manage to control kings and emperors and change the course of history? Have you heard about the wars that suddenly broke out? The treaties that were signed without a clear explanation? All these events may be connected in a way that no one expected. Missing evidence and preserved secrets. While documents were being erased and evidence was being destroyed, the only witness to its existence was what oral accounts passed down from generation to generation. Ancient inscriptions on the walls of temples and palaces show the image of a mysterious warrior, perhaps himself. Some relics and statues passed between ancient tribes refer to a person whose name has not been preserved, but whose qualities and skills have been told as the greatest legend. Recent reports from museum researchers claim to have discovered coded messages and evidence that this figure did exist and was a force to be reckoned with. Can a single artifact reveal the truth? Why do some secrets remain buried despite attempts to uncover them? Are we on the verge of discovering a truth that has been buried for centuries? Some researchers contend that this missing evidence could be the key to rewriting history, perhaps showing that the warrior did not die as believed, but continued to live in the shadows, directing events behind the scenes. In my opinion, the answer to some of the previous questions from my point of view is, why is the warrior's name erased? Perhaps because his extraordinary power and the secret he discovered posed a serious threat to the powers that be, prompting them to try to erase him completely. What secret was buried with him? He may have discovered an advanced knowledge or technology that would have changed the balance of power in his time, which is what the rulers feared. Did he really disappear? There is evidence to suggest that he may have survived an elaborate conspiracy and that someone is secretly passing on his legacy. Is the organization still functioning? Some modern theories suggest that the same hidden forces that erased his name may continue to operate to this day, influencing world events from behind the scenes. How do these secrets relate to the past and present? It's possible that the same threads that shaped ancient history's conspiracies still connect modern global decisions to buried truths. These answers are part of the ongoing search that keeps us wondering and remaining willing to discover more hidden truth. A war that changed the fate of the world. There is one battle that, had it not happened, the world would have been a very different place. What was that battle and how was the outcome manipulated? Why aren't some of the real names of the leaders who planned it mentioned? Could it have been a hidden faction that decided the outcome? Theories. Some researchers believe that this war was not just a conflict between armies, but between two forces working behind the scenes. Could this organization have secretly supported one side to change the course of history? Why did some leaders disappear right after the war ended? One theory is that there is a missing book that contains evidence proving the manipulation of this battle, but it has completely disappeared without a trace. Mysterious connections and relationships. When we start connecting this warrior story with other historical events, things get even more complicated and interesting. There are suggestions that this secret organization, which sought to erase his name, had close ties to some of the ancient dynasties that still influence the modern world. Some accounts suggest that leaders from several civilizations secretly collaborated to conceal the truth, and this plan may have been part of a global system to reshape history. How does this conspiracy relate to modern methods of governance? Were the threads of deception created in ancient times and continue to this day? There are reports that some current political leaders may be descendants of these secret forces, explaining some seemingly illogical decisions. Could it be that history is just a play in which some people are playing roles that no one is revealing? What is the connection between the dark past and the present? Do we really live in a hidden world behind a curtain of lies? Connecting these ancient and modern events makes us wonder, is what we know about history the full picture, or are there hidden aspects waiting to be revealed? Conspiracy theories and modern investigations. In recent years, a number of researchers and investigators have begun to propose new theories that may rewrite history. There are said to be secret historians working behind the scenes, trying to collect evidence that has been deliberately erased. Some recent investigations suggest that invisible organizations may have been controlling world events for centuries. Could there be a global web of secrets that connects all the major events in history? In rare interviews, some experts have spoken of mysterious visions and conspiracies that have not been disclosed by the official authorities. They ask questions such as, what is the true price of power, and what is worth keeping from the people? Do you think there are hidden forces working even today to shape the fate of the world? What evidence could change our view of history? Could we be just one step away from uncovering the whole truth? These theories are highly controversial and make us wonder, is everything we know about history a finely woven fiction? Is this force still operating today? If this organization exists, it certainly didn't stop at the past. There are signs that some current figures are still operating on the same principles that those in the past used. Could it be that this organization is controlling the biggest political and economic decisions today? Are we living in a more directed world than we realize? Big surprise. There is recent evidence to suggest that some recent events follow the same old pattern. Is there a link between this secret power and modern technology? Could some global decisions be part of the same scheme? Impact on the present and the future of humanity. The effects of these secrets are not limited to the past, but extend to shaping our present and future. There is evidence that some modern political and economic decisions may follow the same ancient pattern. Could these secrets be the reason behind some major global shifts? What are the potential consequences of uncovering these hidden truths, and could it change the course of our entire future? How could hidden information from centuries ago affect global politics today? Would there be radical changes in the way we view power and governance if these secrets were revealed? What role can the public play in rewriting history? Are you ready to demand transparency? Uncovering this truth would not only be a historical update, but could be the beginning of a new era of awareness and knowledge, where the past becomes a guide for the future. Throughout this video, you may wonder, how did this organization manage to stay secret for so long? This organization relies on complete secrecy and the elimination of any evidence that might reveal its true nature. Why hasn't any historian been able to expose it to the public? There are historians who have tried to talk about these facts, but their research has been erased from the records or discredited. Is there actual evidence of their existence? Some rare documents refer to symbols and events associated with this power, but they always disappear when any serious investigation approaches. Why hasn't this secret been revealed until now? Whenever anyone gets close to uncovering the truth, the evidence disappears or the facts are distorted. But why? Could governments have been involved in hiding this information? Was there a manipulation of history books to bury this secret forever? Why haven't we heard this story in school curricula or even in popular historical documentaries? The available evidence is sparse, but it points to a suspicious pattern. Books that talked about this warrior have disappeared or have been labeled as myths. Historians who have tried to talk about him have not completed their research, and some have suddenly disappeared. All the accounts that have references to this secret have been altered over time until they are completely discredited. But the most important question remains: who benefits from keeping this information secret? Are we facing a huge historical conspiracy? Was this character a major threat to the ruling regimes? Could it be that some ancient royal families or modern organizations are working to keep this secret buried until today? Whatever the truth is, the world is finally starting to wonder, and with the rise of modern technology and the uncovering of secret documents, this secret may be about to be fully exposed. Will we uncover the truth? At the end of our journey, the biggest question remains: was this warrior just a legend, or did history really try to erase him? Was there a real conspiracy to erase his existence, or is his story just a myth that has been preserved through the ages? Will we ever discover the full truth behind this conspiracy, or will these secrets remain hidden in the dark corners of history? Could this conspiracy be part of a wider web of secrets still hidden in the annals of history? What secrets are still hidden between the lines that could change our view of the world forever? Finally, we invite you to think with us and share your thoughts. Share your thoughts in the comments. Do you think the truth will come out one day? Are you ready to uncover secrets that have never been seen before? Are you ready to uncover secrets that have been buried for centuries? Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and activate your bell to receive updates. At Cryptoriax, we believe that history is the key to understanding our present and future, and the secrets it holds could be the beginning of a new era of knowledge. This video may change your entire view of history. Are you ready for the truth?